Hey everyone, it's the Vigilant Christian Mario, and you're here for another edition of Illuminati Media Exposed. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the recent rumors that the Illuminati sacrificed Robin Williams. The reason I wanted to talk about it is the more I investigate this thing, the more it becomes obvious that this is probably more than likely exactly what occurred to Robin Williams. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about why the Illuminati would do such a thing. So let's get into it. Now, first of all, we need to understand who is the Illuminati. The Illuminati is a powerful network of men who have powerful positions in the world, in the entertainment industry, in the governments, in finances, etc. They are infiltrating organizations and systems to gain access and power and control over them. And they've done so in the entertainment industry for a long time. These secret satanic cults have been controlling things. Corey Feldman came out talking about the pedophilia that takes place with child actors who are trying to get parts and things like that. That is because in the entertainment industry, it's absolutely satanic and evil. So what happened here is there was a lot of predictive programming when it came to Robin Williams' death. In fact, on the Family Guy show, the BBC aired literally when they were announcing his death, an episode in which he's featured dealing with depression and suicide. So ultimately, that's a really strange coincidence. And this isn't the first time that we see predictive programming in Family Guy. The Boston bombings, there was an episode that ran in which, in one episode, there was a bomb that went off. Peter gets on the phone and sets a bomb off, and then in a separate scene, he's driving through the Boston Marathon running people over. So there you go, in an episode, there's a bomb and people getting run over at the Boston bombing. Again, this creepy, weird coincidence that is going on. But if you understand predictive programming and how the Illuminati use the media to brainwash the masses in preparation for things to come at a subconscious level, then you completely understand that. Another weird thing about his death was this movie that was put out right before his death, just a couple years before, in which you actually see someone dying the exact same way that he supposedly died, with a belt around his neck and hung on a door. This exact suicide is displayed in a movie. Very strange. How can you really explain that? Also, weird things, like weapons of self-destruction. So they're putting the idea that this man is a danger to himself. They were predictively programming you to anticipate his death. Now, what happens here is, why is this occurring? Well, it's because of the Illuminati's love of money. Now, in the Bible, in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10, it says, "The love of money is the root of all evil." And when we deal with the Illuminati, we're dealing with money-hungry nut jobs. I mean, there's no better way to put it. These people are absolutely deluded, and they love money and power. It's a drug to them. It's their heroin. They'll do anything, kill and do absolutely anything. And the Bible tells us that the love of money is the root of all evil. And unfortunately, the evil that was done to Robin Williams, the root of it is the love of money. Now, why is that? Why would the Illuminati want to kill Robin Williams? I mean, there is the whole blood sacrifice. They're into Satanism, Luciferianism. I'm not really going to talk about that angle in this video, but what I want to touch on is, why would they do it from a financial standpoint? Well, just look around you. It is now Robin Williams pandemonium. I mean, when he died, literally 10 minutes after, if you went in your Facebook newsfeed, it was nothing but talk about Robin Williams. If you go to Netflix right now, you're going to notice that they're promoting nothing but Robin Williams. All sorts of bloggers, look, even me, we're talking about Robin Williams. This is the agenda. This is what they want. They're about money. It's a fantastic way to make a whole ton of cash by murdering one of their entertainers. They don't care. They're the executives. They're the power-hungry movers and shakers of that industry, and they don't care about Robin Williams and his life and the value that he has as a human being. If they can raise the stocks that they have in the movies with him, hey, why not? Let's set him up. Let's plan it all out. Let's put it in movies before it happens to predictively, subconsciously brainwash the masses so that they can't understand what truly is taking place. This is common in the entertainment industry. I've noticed this, I think it just happened recently also to the Ultimate Warrior. Those of you who are familiar with the WWF, now the WWE, you're going to recognize the Ultimate Warrior. In fact, I grew up loving wrestling, and he was my favorite wrestler. Now, there's a really strange thing that has just occurred with the Ultimate Warrior. He had a feud with the WWE for a very long time over his character. Him and Vince McMahon actually had legal bouts. They went to court, and at the end of it, Vince McMahon, the owner of the WWE, is so powerful with his money and his lawyers. He put the Ultimate Warrior in a position that he was just to drop the charges, or else, that way the WWE wouldn't charge the Warrior. So, I mean, back and forth, the Ultimate Warrior has had bouts with the WWE over royalties, his character, and things like that. Now, the WWE actually recently had brought back the Ultimate Warrior, so they started to supposedly, make peace with one another. And then what happens is he comes back for a WWE Hall of Famer induction, and he gives this speech the day before he dies. So I want you to listen to this speech here, and we're going to analyze some things about Illuminati sacrifices for money.
Speak to me, warrior! As I thought about what I was going to say this evening, it's been hard for me to find the words. Oh, this is going to be great. There you go. There's the Warrior. Well then, you shut up, Warrior, and let me do the talking.
Just to point out, he gets demon-possessed by what he calls the Warrior, who takes over and takes control. As you notice, his voice changes here.
No WWE talent becomes a legend on their own.
No WWE superstar gets there on their own. That's because they have the help of Satan. They sell out to Satan in a contract with Vince McMahon, who is an Illuminist.
Every man's heart one day beats its final beat. His lungs breathe their final breath. And if what that man did in his life makes the blood pulse through the body of others, it makes them believe deeper in something than larger than life, then his essence, his spirit, will be immortalized by the storytellers, by the loyalty, by the memory of those who honor him and make the running the man did live forever.
Okay, so right there was a lot packed into that, and I really hope you're paying attention to that. First of all, I want you to notice here what he said. He says, every man beats his last, or takes his last breath, his heart beats his last beat. The Ultimate Warrior actually dies of a heart attack 24 hours after he said this, supposedly. That's the reason they say he died. So he dies 24 hours right after he's on stage here of a heart attack. So if you notice, he just said, every man's heart beats its last beat. Every man takes his last breath. Within 24 hours, his heart takes its last beat. This man takes his last breath. Now, the other part that's important is what he said about becoming a legend, that after the death, The individual will live on as a legend because of the storytellers, the people that will talk about them. And this is what happens. The Illuminati recognize this. They did it probably with Tupac and Biggie. Why not kill them off and turn them into legends? It makes more money at the end of the day. So after he gives this speech, he's murdered by the Illuminati who control the WWE. The WWE obviously comes out with all this merchandise, buy our warrior stuff, Obviously, people are going to buy it. He's dead. That's why people are buying more Robin Williams stuff, talking more about Robin Williams because he's dead. The root of money is evil. The love of it is the root of all evil. This is the Vigilant Christian saying God bless each and every one of you, and as always, stay vigilant.